Hey guys, what's up? It's Hans, and I'm going to break down a chance or rust type beat that I made yesterday in FL Studio. So here's the hook, and then we'll break it down.
Be out here tomorrow with my finger on my trigger.
So that was the hook. So I'll take you through the process and the order that I made stuff, and then I'll show you how it fits all together. So the first thing I did, I knew that I wanted to make a trumpet beat, so I pulled up this muted trumpet patch in Contact. I'm a cheap college student, so I don't have Contact. This is just the free player that you guys can download, and it's just this muted trumpet, and the melody sounds like this. Oops, sorry. And then next up is this organ patch from Contact, same library. C major, I think that's a G7, F major, and then back to that G chord, and that repeats throughout almost the entire song, or at least in the hook anyway. Next is this piano. It's kind of wimpy, but it's good up front, and then you can see that I added in these bass notes down here just to fill out a little bit more. It sounds like this. Next is this string patch from Nexus, from the Cold Beats Nexus expansion, and it just follows the same chords as the organ and the piano, except that the bass note comes in one beat after the measure. It sounds like this. So I think that's it for all of the sounds except for one that I'll talk about in just a second. From here, I actually went on and did the drums, but when I was laying things out, I decided that I needed some kind of melody for the intro and for the verses, because chords every 4 beats does not sound interesting, so I came up with this piano melody just using the Nexus Grand Piano. And it sounds kind of like super airy and light. And I thought about putting a chorus on it and putting some chords underneath it, but I think it just works better as a very light top melody. So next we'll talk about the drums. First up are the hats. Super simple hats, nothing special. Literally just one every 2 steps. For the clap, I knew that I wanted to make this kind of full orchestral type beat, chance beat, whatever. So I decided to use this clap, and that didn't feel like enough, so I also used this clap, and together they sound like this. Not too punchy, not too sharp. I quite like the way that sounds. Next up is a kick. And this kick might be a little too ignorant for this track, but I really like this kick from the Jodo League kit by Chew called Quick Attack, and that sounds like this. You can see that it's almost exactly the same through 8 bars. I just take out part of the roll in the very last bar. Last up is the 808. This is just the regular spins 808, so to cut itself, it was already tuned to C. That sounds like this. And then normally I'd have like some kind of percussion or snare, but I felt like keeping this track as simple as possible was going to make it sound the best. I also found this vocal sample on Looperman, The lyrics are not quite the vibe I was going for, but I liked the way his flow sat on top of the beat. And all I did with the vocals was added a chorus with the Fat Clean preset. I have this EQ on it just to cut some of the highs and boost some of the low mids. A very light amount of reverb. Fruity delay too, and I'm pretty sure this is just to widen the sound a little bit. Sure I didn't do anything I didn't want to do there. And then finally this EQ to cut some of the highs because there was a little bit of background noise, cut out some of the lows because it was starting to interfere with the bass, and then boost some of the high mids just to make it sound a little more full. Then honestly, I like the way that most of the sounds sound in the first place. This is just my tag, and this is what I do every time. An EQ that cuts the highs and the lows, a chorus, a flanger with the moving preset, and then a delay with some automation. And then I put a slight EQ on the trumpet just to make sure that it wasn't interfering with any of the chords. And a sound goodizer, and honestly, that was pretty it. And I put a sausage fattener on my 808, just super slight. But yeah, here's the beat.
Yeah. Yo, I fucked up. Please go pull my truck up. We gotta leave before we see a cop. Leave this parking lot. Ain't no need for fucking scaring. Cause all we do don't matter. Cause all we do is shatter everything we fucking flattered. Every time I fucking screw up, just for a few bucks, my soul ain't giving no fucks. All my homies moonstruck, ain't got no time for sorrow. I'll be out here tomorrow with my finger on my trigger. My kill streak getting bigger, my life ain't getting better. Cause I keep on screwing up, but really that ain't no problem. Cause I don't give a fuck, I don't care what happens to my life. I was raised like that. My mama was a smoker and my father was fat. Yeah, it's hard to try and see what's comprehensible.
So that's the track. If you like what you saw, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.